Hi there, this is Alvin from Dr. Wealth. We all know that Microsoft has been very aggressive in applying AI to its products and services. And the latest stock in town is where the search engine Bing, which Microsoft owns, is going to include this OpenAI's ChatGPT capability into Bing. And that itself has raised questions whether Google search is still going to be the most dominant search, or would Bing actually eat into Google's search market share. So in this video, we will break down what Bing is trying to do, as well as the response from Google with its Bard chatbot. Unfortunately, we don't have the working product for either Bing with GPT, neither do we have Google's Bard chatbot that we can already test. But for Bing, we do have a glimpse of some of the examples, right? There were some preset examples of how this GPT function will appear in the Bing search. And this is an example that I got from the Bing app. And for example, you want to plan for an anniversary trip. You might go to Google search to look for ideas how you can plan this anniversary trip. Or you can ask GPT, right, to give you some ideas how to go about planning it. And this is what it came out. So you can see that at the top of the results is actually a ChatGPT answer where the AI try to provide more context to answer your question. Instead of you having to navigate link by link and see which is more relevant to you and click on the link to read more. And definitely the ChatGPT is a much easier and a faster function for most people to find answers, right? And you can see that you can expand it, and this is the expanded view of the answer that came out from the AI. So it actually gives some ideas, Malaga in Spain, Annecy in France, and Florence in Italy, right? Not bad choices, and you can see that there was some source quoting, right, in the superscript of the numbers on some of the in some of the points, right, like number 1, number 4, number 6. So they actually link to actual websites that suggest all these places. So you can see that what the AI is trying to do is to curate for you. It's like an assistant or a butler that have already looked through the search result. The AI probably read through everything, right, more than what we can read in our lifetime. And that's where it becomes helpful in filtering what they think that is most relevant to us. Okay, so that's how the new search experience is likely going to be. And how does this impact Google? Let's take a look at typical Google search results. So I also search for a trip for anniversary, and yes, the links will get populated. And you can see that at the top are all the ad sponsored posts. Okay, that is where Google make money by pushing some of the search results to the top of the page. And they also disguise those search results as though it is organic. And unknowing people may just click on it and think that that is one of the top search results that Google is recommending, but it's actually an ad-sponsored one. I don't know how much did the advertiser pay for this placement, but you can see that it has a lot of priority. And now let's go back to the Bing with search results and the GPT answers. You can see that the links are actually after the AI outputs. And if let's say the answer from the AI outputs are good enough, and that means that I may not even want to tap on those links, okay, or click on those links. And here's what I wonder: how are the advertisers going to sponsor their links in the AI outputs? Okay, so that is still something that I'm not sure. So if let's say these AI results are better, so if more users are flocking to Bing, then Google cannot just sit still and do nothing, right? And this came as a shock. I would say that it is because Google has been enjoying the advertising revenue from Google search. Why would it want to implement this AI earlier, even though it might have the capability, right? So if we take a look at its latest quarter results, 57% of the revenue actually were generated from Google search. That's the most substantial revenue driver for Google. Why would they want to risk the dollars, the ad dollars that they can generate from this from Google search, and go and introduce a new chatbot that may discourage more advertisers from advertising on Google search? So I think that is the reason why Google search did nothing to implement AI in the past few years. And now, unfortunately, it cannot do nothing. That's probably why Google realized that no choice, I have to launch Bard, which is powered by Lambda, one of their core AI capability that's in development for many, many years. But unfortunately, they had a very bad demo. That was with regards to taking the very first picture of a planet outside of our solar system. Okay, so that was actually wrong. It was pointed out by one of the astronomers, and they say that it was actually taken by another party. So you can see that the AI, yes, it can learn and read a lot of stuff that humans can't really even complete within our lifetime, but it doesn't mean that it always gives a right answer. I would say that this inaccuracy will extend to GPT, not just that Google Bard is a lousier version, but because of this demo, I think the confidence in this Google new chatbot and its ability to defend its market share has been shaken, and that is why the share price have actually gone down. If we can take a comparison between Alphabet and Microsoft in the past 5 days, Microsoft's share price is in yellow and Alphabet share price is in blue. And you can see that Alphabet share price has gone up 8.4%, while Microsoft it was up 1.6% in the past 5 days. So right now, the market thinks that Google is behind the curve and Microsoft is going to be a threat, eating Google's lunch. Okay, how much of it we are not sure yet, right? Because it's still in the early days, and Google at this point in time still have more than 90% market share in terms of search volume across the world, and Bing currently is at just 3%. So there is a lot of market share to be eaten. I don't think it is so easy to just move people from Google search to Microsoft Bing, and it will take a lot more time. And I also believe that Google Bard will improve over time, and the differences between Bard and GPT would narrow tremendously, because in the first place, GPT was using Google's technology, which was based on a transformer paper that was written a few years ago, right? So it is not that Alphabet is behind AI, it's just that I think commercially they were not incentivized to implement a consumer version of the AI in its search, right? But now it has no choice, it has to move, it has to defend its market share. Personally, I do think that if not handled well, the market share would eventually get eroded and Bing will get a bigger portion of it. I think that Microsoft is also quite practical. I don't think that they believe they will capture majority of the market share away from Google, but just taking some market share would cause Google to lose some revenue, right? So that is, I think, the biggest threat to Google right now. Is just a question of how much market share is Google going to lose. And look at what Satya Nadella, CEO of Microsoft, said. All I need is a few more users, and someone else that I'm competing with, which is referring to Google, has to keep all of their users and all of their gross margins. So it is a tough order for Google in my view, and it is going to be interesting how this war between Microsoft Bing and Google search will come about. And definitely our search experience will totally change, and we will be using more AI to help us find answers that we have been looking for. So the days of clicking through multiple links, navigating through multiple search result pages are gone. AI now can help us find answers a lot faster. That's good news for consumer, but that may not be a good news for Google search. So watch this development. So I'll give you more analysis when Google launched their Bard officially, as well as when Bing plus GPT is being launched as well. So stay tuned, like this video, subscribe to the channel so you not miss this development. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.